tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to play The Entertainer, that classic piece of piano music by Scott Joplin. Now, the problem with a piece like The Entertainer or anything by Scott Joplin is that his music is challenging to play. Technically, it would take a pianist with quite a lot of experience to be able to play it. But before you click away from this video, I am going to show you, even if you're at a much more beginner level, how you can play this song in an effective way. It's going to really sound very, very authentic. So how are we doing this, you're asking? We are doing something called faking. What I'm going to show you is the lead sheet to this music, right? Which is not this challenging, fully notated piano music. And no. It is this. It's the melody with the chords written on top. So as long as you know your chords and you can read basic treble clef, then you're all set to play this. If this sounds interesting to you, please stick around. I'm Brenda Earl-Stokes. I'm the owner and creator of Piano and Voice with Brenda. I make creative and practical resources for singers, pianists, and educators to help you to become a more versatile musician. My claim to fame is that I want you to be able to play the songs you want to play without needing mountains of theory books, without having to have years and years of lessons. Let's try to do this right now. All right. So before we jump into the tutorial, I have a free lead sheet of this right here. You can go to pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com/the entertainer. Notice there's a little dash in there. You will get a free lead sheet shot right into your email inbox. No charge, no fee, no strings attached. So without further ado, let's get to it. So our first step is going to be that we are going to learn the melody. Step 2 is we are going to work on the chords. Step 3, we're going to go through our accompaniment strategy. And that means how we're going to break up the chord in the left hand. All right. Now, you might look at this and say to yourself, yikes, this looks really hard. You have heard this piece before. This is one of the most famous pieces of piano music ever. And it was like that even before the movie The Sting. Remember that movie with Robert Redford in it? And that this song was all the way through it. But this song has been a huge hit since it came out basically in the early 1900s. So we've got over 100 years of people loving this song. So our first step is we're going to play the melody. We're in the key of C, which is good news, but there are some accidentals. Good. I'm going to play that one more time. These are the first 4 bars. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And 2, going on. 1 and 2. Good. I'm going to play the second 4-bar phrase. 1 and 2. Now notice I'm putting my second finger on this F sharp. And then I'm going 1, 3, 5. It goes like that. 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 5. Good. Next 4-bar phrase. 1 and 2. And 2. And this melody just repeats over and over again. Just like that. Excellent. Let's play the melody one more time. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And 2. You want to be nice and rhythmic here. And 2. I'm playing my second finger there. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. and 2. Then this repeats over and over again. Good. So this is the first section of the piece, and the sections in ragtime music are called strains. So this is the first strain of the entertainer. And in this arrangement that we're going to do, we're only going to do the first strain and the second strain because those are the most famous ones that we can do. It will be plenty to make whoever's listening to it or yourself playing it feel satisfied with the piece. So we're going to focus on the first strain first. Now we're going to get into the chords. So it starts with C, and then it's C7, just like that. So it's got the flat 7 on. You'll notice the 7th is a whole step down from the root. And then we're going to go to the F. Then we have C over E. And what C over E is it's the C in first inversion, like that. So it's going to go da, 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 do, dee, da, da, da. Then it's C over G. It's a C in second inversion. G, C, E. Then you're going to go to the G7 chord. It's like that. G, B, D, F. Remember the 7th, the dominant 7th, is a whole step lower than the root. And then back to the C. And then we're going to do that again. C to C7. And then we're going to go F to C over E. Then we're going to play D7, D, F sharp, A, and C, like that. And then to the G7. You can play it up or down. Doesn't matter. Then we're going to do this again. Da, 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 do, da, do, da. Da, 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 do, dee, da, do, dee, da. Just like that. Then we're going to go C to C7 over B flat. And what is that? That's the C7 chord, boop, 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 in third inversion. So it's the 7, 1, 3, 5. Then we're going to go F over A. So that's F in the second or first inversion, I mean. And then F minor. So from the F to the F minor, you're just going to change the A to an A flat. And then we have the C over G, and then the G7, and then to C. Just like that. So you're going to go da, 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 da. And you can sing the melody with me. Da 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 do dee da do dee da. This is a good exercise. Do do dee da do da do da. It will help you with the coordination. Da da do da do da do da do dee. 2, 3. Do da do da do da. Over B flat, do dee do F for A, da da, do dee da dee do dee do dee dee. So even if you're not the world's greatest singer, you don't have to be like fully singing. You can just kind of be marking it a little bit because it will help you with the coordination. So let's put the hands together. I mean, it already sounds like it, right? Great. So you may want to pause this and go back a few times, or you may want to practice this for an hour or 15 minutes 4 times, or maybe you're ready to go. So already this is much better. we're going to do kind of an interim accompaniment strategy here for the first strain. And I'm going to show this for anybody who needs a little extra time with it. And so what you're going to do, instead of going to the accompaniment strategy, that the final one I'm going to show you in a minute, but what you're going to do is you're going to pulse the chords now. So you're going to play 1 and 2 and 3, or sorry, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So from the beginning, I'm going to show you this. So this is going to eliminate some of the coordination issues you're going to have in a minute when we're doing the real accompaniment strategy, okay? And this actually sounds great on its own. See how I'm just pulsing it? Notes in my left hand. And this actually would sound great if you were able to work this out. Why not? See how we did it? So let me show it to you at tempo. Just like that. C7 over B flats. Great. Excellent. Okay. So again, if you want to play this, you are welcome to play that. If the next thing that we do feels too hard, you can do this for a little bit, but this is a great way to start to get this feeling going on. So what the left hand is actually going to do, because the way that this is actually played is it's Oom Pah, right? And the Oom Pah here, we're going to do the little Oom Pah because this is going to be easier for you to play in your hand. So you're going to go C. You're going to play the bottom note of the chord and then the top two notes. And then for C7, you're going to do this. And then for F, you're going to do this. C over E like this. You're just breaking them up, aren't you? And then there's the C. Then you're going to stop and then go on to C7. So it's Oom, Pa, Oom, Pa, Oom, Pa, Oom, Pa, Oom, Pa, Oom, Pa. So the Oom Pah works great. I mean, now it really sounds authentic, right? We did that? Yeah. So if we were to play at this at time, listen to how nice that sounds like, and it really sounds like you're playing the piece. Now, it doesn't sound like the fully notated Scott Joplin version, but if this is where you are at piano-wise, fantastic. This is also great if you're someone who has a difficult time playing octaves, or maybe you're moving through an injury. This is a great way to play it. All right. So we're going to move on and do this whole process to the second strain of the piece. And remember, the sections of ragtime are called a strain. And how do I know this, you ask? Well, I did an honors thesis during my undergrad on jazz piano pre-1930. So I played a ton of Scott Joplin ragtime music. I actually composed a couple of rags too, which was really, really fun. So I'm going to show you the melody here. It goes ba-doo-da-doo. And some of these ones that have lots of moving notes are sometimes called the banjo strain because, again, the music of the time, you would hear these melody lines being played on the banjo. And so this is part of what we would call the banjo strain. Next phrase. Da, da, dee, da, da, da. Let's play the first 8 bars of the second strain again. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Two, E, and next phrase. And 2, E, and good. So let's play the, we're going to add the chords. So we play C a bunch of times, then we play F, F minor, and C. And then we play C again, and we play C again, and then we've got G over D. So what that is G in second inversion. D, G, B. And then we go to D7. And then we go to G again. Then we're at C again. Da, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, da. Dee, da, 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 dee, da, dee, da, da. Da, do, da, dee, da, dee. Da dee da do da 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 do dee da dee da da. Let's add the right hand. F minor. Oh, it's the saddest chord. Saddest, that F minor. F to F sharp diminished. Now I'm going to pulse the chords. Good. So guess what we're going to do next? We're going to do our Oom Pah. accompaniment strategy, then you just have to plug it in. So that's basically the whole piece. That's all we're going to do. If you wanted to, you could harmonize. If you wanted to harmonize the second strain with those being in thirds like that, sometimes you hear that. And then it's back to single line again. Right? That's something that you could throw into, but you totally don't need it. All right. So we're going to play the whole thing. Let's play the entertainer from the beginning. Now I'm going to show you the intro to the song because you really need to do this. It goes. So it goes D, E, C, A, B, G, D, 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 D. Again. D, 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 D. So you're going to do it here. You're going to do it here. Again. One more time. And then you're going to play the G7 chord. Just like that. All right? So let's try it. Da, dee, da, dee, 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 da, dee, 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 dee. fantastic? I mean, it's really such a fun piece to play. And it's going to be the kind of thing where, like, I won't tell anyone your secret that you're playing kind of a faked version of it. But there's plenty here that would make everybody smile. And I tell you, there isn't a person on earth that doesn't listen to this and like feel like nostalgic, or, there's just something so fantastic about playing Scott Joplin. Remember the protocol all the way through. We started off by learning the melody in the right hand. If you need to take a little more time to learn it, take a little more time to learn it. It doesn't matter. It's totally fine. Then we go through and we plunk through the chords to kind of say, like, where does everything go? And then we introduce the sort of interim accompaniment strategy, which means we're pulsing the chord. This is just to get you used to having, your left hand moving more, rapidly. Then finally, we go to the Oom Pah accompaniment strategy. And then I showed you the intro and we were good to go. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If it was, leave me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. What are some other songs that you are keen to learn? I have generally on my channel focused on doing singing and piano playing, like singing and playing at the same time tutorials, and lots of musicianship and theory stuff. So I haven't really done a lot of solo piano stuff before, but I did get some requests for that. So tell me if this is something you're keen on learning more about. I do have a couple of courses that deal specifically with instrumental piano accompaniments, and it's called Instrumental Piano, and it's a section of my online membership called the Versatile Musician. And this is a membership, all-inclusive, 27 and counting courses, over 1,000 unique tutorials, over 70 song tutorials. Everything is printables, practice tips, you name it. And we also do 1 or 2 live Zoom workshops every single month. So there's always new content coming through, and people get access to me too. I get emails, I get requests, I get people asking for help, and I do all of that in real time. So if this is something you're interested in, you should check out theversatilemusician.com and make sure that you use coupon code GETSTARTED30 for $30 off your first month. You can join now and cancel anytime, no questions asked. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.